Hi everyone, Tori here with another Project Life Process video. This is my 10th Project Life Process video and it is called February Favorites. And I am going to be scrapbooking some pictures from February last year, so February 2014. And they were taken at a retreat that my church, college, and career group did. And I am using the Studio Calico Cirque Project Life Kit to scrapbook these pages, and this will be my very last Project Life Process video using that kit because I have completely killed that kit. I will be doing a Kill a Kit video next, so stay tuned for that. So I'm starting the same way I start all of my Project Life pages. I sort out my photos, I put them roughly where I want to put them on the page, and then I start grabbing Project Life cards to fill in the extra spaces. So I started by grabbing Project Life cards from this Cirque kit, and then I went to my stash and pulled out some additional ones because I didn't have enough. And I'm going to place those all in and then start the process. Now, I had these two cards that had morning and evening on them faces, and I didn't want to use the whole card, but I wanted to use the faces. So what I did was I just used my scissors to roughly trim around those and place those on the page. And then there was another Project Life card that I also wanted to trim up, and it said results, but I didn't really have anything that would fit with results. So I ended up just trimming around the box that said notes, and I'm going to use that to cover up the circle that was on that Project Life card. Now I was struggling with that bottom right hand corner card pocket because I wanted to use this really pretty chevron aqua teal card, but I also wanted to use the light blue one that said Let Your Heart Sing, and I also wanted to use the one that said Stay Cool. Oh, first world problems, right? So I decided to use all three, and you'll see how I do that. I decided to trim off the sides of the Let Your Heart Sing card and make it into a 3x4 card that I could place in the center of that diamond chevron. I don't know what to call that pattern card. And then I'm also going to trim around the Stay Cool card and use that sort of as a die cut embellishment. So this is one of my favorite techniques to use in Project Life, is to just trim around Project Life cards and use pieces of them and not necessarily use them as they were intended. It's I think it makes it unique and makes it my own page kind of thing. And I've done that a number of places on this layout, and on other layouts I've also done that same trick. I'm also going to do it again by trimming out these beautiful feathers and putting those on the Let Your Heart Sing card. I love the color, and I love the just dimension that I could add to the page by roughing up the sides of the feather. So while I'm doing that, I'll just tell you about the photos. So the one in the top left-hand corner is my friend Joel, who was the speaker at the conference retreat, and it was just a photo of him speaking. The photo to the top right-hand corner is a photo of my Bible and a bunch of cards and letters that I was writing to people. It was so cold and I didn't want to go outside, so I just wrote a bunch of letters to my friends. I think I wrote like 30 letters. So I want to tell you about what I'm doing here, and then I'll get back to telling you about the photos. I wanted a way to incorporate that Let Your Heart Sing card into the back card. So what I'm doing is I am using my X-Acto knife to just trim around 2 or 3 of the sides of the triangles, or diamonds. They're not triangles. They're diamonds, I think. Okay, so I trimmed around the sides of the diamond and then popped the card underneath, and then it looks like it goes together. And that's a really fun technique you can do if you have a card or a paper that has a geometric shape on it, like diamonds or triangles or squares or something. And I love the way that that looks on that card. So while I'm doing that, I'll just go back and tell you about the rest of the photos. So the photos in the middle are photos of my friends at the lunch or breakfast time, I think. and just photos of everybody. And then the photo in the bottom left-hand corner is a photo of myself and 4 of my friends singing karaoke. We were being super silly and goofy. It was late at night, but we were having so much fun belting at the top of our lungs. And it's actually a video that was taken of us, and I didn't have any photos of us doing it. So what I did was I took the video that somebody had taken and I took a screenshot of us singing, and I just used that as a photo for my page here. So what I'm doing now is I've sort of decided where I want all the cards and photos to be, and now I'm just going to embellish the page with the different cards, gluing them down, putting them together, and trimming off anything that's hanging off. I'm using my hot glue gun for most of it, which is my favorite tool, but I'm also using X-Press-It double-sided tape, which you've probably seen me use a ton if you watch my process videos. I just love that stuff. I don't know, I find it easy to use. And I'm also rounding my corners because that's an obsession of mine. Although the corner rounder is still my old one that sucks, but I'm using it because I'm going to use it until I absolutely can't use it anymore. And I'm just going to walk you through what I'm doing, I guess. Oh, while I'm doing this, I wanted to tell you all, thank you everyone who's subscribing and commenting. I am simply amazed. Last week I put up my 500 subscriber giveaway video and encourage people to subscribe and comment and follow me on Instagram to enter to win my $500 people subscriber giveaway for a $25 gift card to Studio Calico, and I'm so amazed. It's awesome that you all are joining in and playing along. You have until March 15th to play along, so I'll put a link in the description to that video. If you haven't subscribed or watched that video yet, please do. There's an opportunity for you to win a $25 gift certificate to Studio Calico, my favorite scrapbooking store. So I hope you win, just like you do. But I guess only one person can win, but I hope it's you. I have no clue who you are. Well, I guess there's lots of people listening, but okay, whatever. I'm being silly. Now that I've glued all the photos down and gotten sort of the base of the cards in, I'm going to add some embellishments. So I decided to grab those transparent square transparent squares from the Project Life kit and glue those in, and this was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I'm just using those ones and placing them on different cards. And I love that they're sort of a see-through element, but can add a little pop of color as well. Now the Friday and the Sunday one I knew where to put those, so I put those down. The Saturday one I struggled a little bit with where to put it. And I didn't know how to glue those down, so what I'm doing is just putting a little dot of hot glue, and then I'm going to cover up the dot with an enamel dot or a button or something else. Probably the best thing to do would have been to adhere them with a staple, like using a Tim Holtz tiny attacher, but I don't have one of those yet. I just ordered one from my local scrapbooking store, so it should be getting here soon, and then I can pick it up, and the next time I use transparent shapes like that, that's how I'll adhere those. And I cut out the morning and evening words that were on those cards where I cut the faces out and put those down too. And now I'm just seeing if there are any sentiment strips that I want to do or use on the page. I have totally loved those sentiment strips. They were so much fun to use, and I think I've used them on almost every single page I've made this month. I probably would love it if I could get a whole new set, because they were just so much fun to use. And they had the cutest phrases like totes my goats and things like that. And one more embellishment I'm adding here is the Love Letters wood veneer scripty font that was in the Flying Trapeze add-on, and it works so well with this picture of little cards and love letters that I'm sending to my friends. I I have been loving sequins lately, so I wanted to add some of those on the page. And I'm using some silver, or I think they're called platinum, and they are sequins from Studio Calico. Now, because there's so many new subscribers to my channel, I just wanted to quickly mention about my sequin container here. It is a plastic, like, donut sequin thing that I store all of my sequins in, and I got it at a dollar store. So I think it was called Dollarama, and that is in Stouffville, Ontario. But maybe if you have a dollar store near you, you can check it out and see if they have something similar. And it is like such a great storage device for my sequins. I love it so much. So I felt like I needed more color on the page. So what I did was I went to my stash and I had all of these chipboard diamond pieces that had come from previous Studio Calico kits. And they were all pretty colors. And I decided to just like spread those around the page in different places to just tie the pages, the different cards together, but also to bring some more color to some of the page elements and some of the pockets. And I used a whole bunch of different ones on the page, diamonds and triangles. Some of them I hot glued down because the backing came off, but the rest of them had backing on them. And I really love the way that those look on the page and the little color that it brings, and I'm happy with that. And I also love using things from my stash because then they get used up and they don't stay there forever. I really don't have a lot of space for scrapbooking stuff. I don't have a lot of room, so I have to keep my stash in check. I scrapbook in my bedroom, and well, I currently live with my parents, and I scrapbook in my bedroom, and I literally just have one desk and one little shelving unit to put scrapbooking stuff in, so I really don't have a lot of space. So I like to use up my stash and not save it forever, because I know each month I'm going to get a new thing from Studio Calico or a new box of goodies, so I want to use things up, and it makes me so happy when I can use up a package and throw it out. So I'm just using my .03 precision black pen to add some journaling. I put down my February favorites were worship time, letter writing, mealtime, hanging out, and singing loudly. I put I'd rather stay in and write letters. Joel did such a great job. He is such a blessing. And one of my favorite things about retreat is just hanging out. And I've also added the date on some of the cards, which was February 15th and 16th. And once I'm done that, I'm just going to add some enamel dots just to spicing up the page, and they just finish everything off. And that's it. The page is done. Thanks everyone for joining me. Have a lovely day. Bye!